Yeah, great. Adekunle, thanks for
Yeah.
your time. I
No,
was just
thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
no problem at all, man. No problem at all.
Yeah.
I was just getting your play song, something different, which we're here to talk about today, um, has been just on rotation in my house. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's just been on rotation since I was made aware of it, which was over a month ago now. Um, so I want to congratulate you on bringing
Thank you
another
very much.
quality
I'm glad
product.
you like it.
Yeah, another quality product to market, Adekunle Gold style. For those who are not familiar, go and check that out now. Mr. Gold,
Yeah.
how has that gone down with the fans? How has that been received, that track?
Amazing. Fastest stream song ever. Fastest Adekunle Gold stream song ever. I'm so gassed. Like it's barely 2 weeks and then I see the numbers and I'm like this is crazy. So I'm grateful that even when I try something different and then people are really still feeling it. So I guess my fans are just here to stay like for life and I'm grateful for that.
So walk me through the creative process. Why is this something different? What could have been something different? What are you talking about, Mr. Gold?
But so this song, right? I was just in a session with producers and they was playing like several beats. Then he played this one, and I just dropped like few melodies on it, right? Then I left it, and that's since December 2019. And then fast forward to like few like 2 months ago, I was just listening to beats on my laptop because I do that every time. Like I just listen to what producers have sent me. Let me see what I'm in the mood to vibe on. Then I listen to them and I'm like, wow, I had this song one time and I never finished it, you know. And then so I started to write about it. I thought about I think I saw a story about somehow a girl wanted money. I mean, it's a classic how uh, guys say girls wanted money instead of giving them true love, blah blah. I just thought, yeah, nothing deep. Let me just talk about this one. So it could have been something different, but you said you want money, right? I think I'm with a girl. You should want money too. but, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just wanted to just
I totally know what you mean. I totally know what you mean.
you should want money too. I mean, love is good, but money, yeah, it's good. I mean, but I didn't say that.
No, you didn't. That's why I had to clarify. I wanted to know what was actually part of the process or part of the thinking.
Yeah,
I think I got it though. But yeah, that all
yeah.
good. Let me ask you something. How long do you have to live with a song before you know this is? It's like you almost touched on it there in terms of the creative process. But how long do you when do you know? Is there a particular time period, or is it just a light bulb that goes off in your head? Is it the beat? Is it coupled with the lyrics that you can form? When do you know that this is going to be the one? Because like you said, faster streaming numbers.
It's
This is
yeah.
crazy.
It's it's a feeling for me. Like, okay, so for example, my next single right now, I think my team thinks I'm crazy because we kind of had an idea what I was going to release before, right? But then I made this record like 2 days ago. I'm like, guys, you know what? Nah, scrap that other one. This is it. So it's like I'm very impulsive, like when deciding what song. And that's the same thing I did with something different. Imagine. Because there was supposed to be a single that we had a plan for a song. But it is always about how I am feeling at the moment, what song I'm feeling the most, where my head is at, and I'm thankful that I've never missed. Yeah, I mean, I have to take pride in that. Like, I'm thankful because, I mean, I don't know how it happens. It's just, I guess God just directs my path, you know, when choosing the songs. Like, it's just the feeling. It's that feeling like, yeah, I think this is the next one. I think this next one, this is the next one. I don't want to overthink it. I just drop it. Like, okay, you know what? Let's do this one, and that's it. Yeah.
So
So the feeling from
you're very much a gut driven person then. So
yeah,
it's intuition. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, the first time you performed outside of Nigeria was here in the UK, right? And
Yeah.
I guess for that reason, there must be a special affinity that you've got with the country and the people here and vice versa. Talk about
Love.
that for a second.
First, I love the UK. Like, if I could live somewhere else, I mean, I would live there. You know what I mean?
Mm, mm,
Yeah. That was my first opportunity to be out of the country ever.
mm.
Not even about performance. First time I ever traveled out of the country, it was to London, right?
Wow.
So
Okay.
and then London showed me love. You know, yeah, I knew that I was coming up back home a bit, right? But I didn't expect the love that I got from the UK. Like, it was
Mm,
crazy. I was nervous when I was backstage because the show was out. No, it was, I think it was at Truxy, right? It was at Truxy, like, and there was about 4,000 people in the hall,
mm.
and we were 3 to 4,000 people. And I was nervous, like, when I go on stage, would these people know my song or anything? And I had only 2 songs then. No, I had one popular song, and another one I was just coming up. I'm like, well, I'm just going to do my thing. But then when they announced my name and people screamed their lungs, I'm like, what? No, this cannot be real. You know, it was the first time ever that I got so much energy like that from that much crowd. So it really meant a lot to me. And I got on stage. They sang the song with me word for word. The next year, I did the same thing again to a bigger crowd, like 5,000, Hammersmith. And then the following year, I said, you know what, I want to do my own show. I did O2 Academy Slinting, and then I sold it out like 2 days before the show. And then the following year, I did O2 Indigo, sold out again. Tell me why I want to love the UK. Tell me. Tell me why. Why? Because
I get it.
it
Yeah, of
comes close to
course.
me all the time. I mean, outside of Nigeria, I get the most streams from there. You know, like, it's just, I'm so happy that I have the UK behind my back.
For some who haven't been following you that closely over the years, what was life like for Adekunle back in Nigeria? What was Adekunle like as a young boy growing up? Was you studious, mischievous, into music all the time? I know you was in the
I was
church.
stubborn. I was a very stubborn kid, but I guess I just had the zest to succeed. You know, I wanted to make something out of myself. I just didn't know exactly what, right? I knew that I loved music, but I didn't know, I mean, growing up that I wanted to do it like professionally like that. It was until 2011 that I knew that I wanted to, like, like, be a professional, like, musician. So and when that blow up was going to come, I didn't know, but I was just going,
Mm,
But before then, I mean, I went to school. I studied art and industrial design and majored in graphics. So I was a graphic artist. I am still a graphic artist because I design all of my things even until now. I design my covers. I have input my website. I have input my video direction, my outlook. Basically, I am in charge. So, yeah. But I was working and I was making music at some point. Till 2014 that I said, you know what, I think I want to give this 9 to 5 life a rest. Let me give this music thing a shot. Let me see how it's going to turn out. If it's not going to work, I'll run back to my 9 to 5 life. And it paid off by just releasing Sade, and I'm here chatting to you.
I mean, it's an amazing story. I guess I wouldn't ask you if you always saw the success coming, but are you surprised by how quickly the success has come?
I, I I knew it was going to come, right?
Right.
I just didn't know, because there was I don't know if I can find that tweet right now. Maybe I'll find it and send it to you or something. I tweeted one time in you know what? It would be nice to find it. Let me check it. Yeah. So this tweet in 20. Oh, it was even an Instagram post. So I basically posted videos, pictures of me doing other things. So I said ceramist, sculptor, brand developer, graphic artist, singer. You would agree that I'm a man of the arts. Save this picture. You will join me in saying my success story soonest. That was August 6th, 2013. And And my first single that blew up December 2014.
So you almost spoke it into existence. So you're a big believer in doing that?
Definitely. No, nobody can tell me less. I mean, it is what I want, and that's it. So I say it and then make it. Yeah, no, God has never failed me.
Your style is quite synonymous with you. People love your vocals, your cadence, just your delivery on pretty much everything that you've done so far. It's quite unique, very, very much signature Adekunle. What
Yeah.
helped you to bring about and fuse that style together and make it your own? I mean, I've even got a comment here on YouTube, which for me summed it up. His voice is like velvet caressing lace over a waistline, just beautiful. I
Oh
couldn't
God.
have written that. I couldn't have written
Oh
that. I couldn't
boy.
have made that up. But I thought it was very succinct. So talk to me about, just where you refined your skills and how you come to have brought about this very Adekunle Gold sound.
I feel like times like this is when I appreciate reading a book like The Outliers, where it talked about 10,000 hours of practice. Remember that book? I don't know if you've ever seen it. Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, see, this is one thing that I've done constantly, like for the past. If I'm being okay, to be conservative, to say for the past 15 years, I wrote my first song when I was 15. You know, I mean, even though it was not all that, it was just, just it was nothing. But it was it goes to show how I've been passionate about making this music thing. I'd gone for several auditions, several reality shows that I never won any. I never even made it through to the main show. But one thing that I had going for me was I don't know how to give up even till now. Like I get a lot of no's everywhere even till now, and I still don't give up. I just keep pushing, right? So I'm very persistent, and then I'm also like constantly working on my sound. My first album, Gold, was urban high life sound, and that's how I was feeling then. About 30 is urban high life still, but a bit more pop, right? And I said, in 2020, I'm going to release an album called Afropop, and it's going to be entirely different from everything I've done. It's going to be Afropop, but in my voice. Just to think about all the popular songs that's come out of Nigeria or Africa in the past decade. That's what I'm doing with this album, but in my voice, how I would do it, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I sit down and then map out these strategies every time. I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do next? I'm very I calculate a lot. Like I think about my moves. I have to say that I'm very intentional. Yeah, and make deliberate moves, right? But with the music, basically with the voice, it's constant singing, constant writing, constant being on stage, just learning, constant rehearsals with my band, with my producers, it's like work. Sorry, one second.
Not, no,
Yeah. Okay.
you I've only got I know I haven't got long left, and I know Ray's going to be mad with me, so I don't want to upset anybody. I know you must have a queue of people that
That's
want to
fine.
talk
Let's
to
go.
you.
Let's go. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm interested in based on the first. Let's go from that tweet. 7 years, right? That's an amazing,
Wow, 7 years
ascent.
already, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So it's an amazing decade. It's the best part of the decade. It's
Yeah.
amazing. I can only imagine what's going to come in the next 3 years. But walk me through. And how old are you?
I'm 33.
So walk me through the next 7 years then, because that's bringing you up to a significant milestone in most people's
Mm.
lives. How would you like it to go? What would you like to achieve? Where would you like your music to penetrate?
I mean, I'll really love for my music to have to cut across like all ages, you know, all nationalities, like different people listening to me. So long you love to listen to music, I want my name to be your head somewhere, Yeah. And I want to have done, like in 7 years, I want to have done stages, different stages of the world that I really want to be on, like different live lounges that I really want to be on. I want to have done all of those. And then I want my music to um, to be some sort of like, okay, I want that legacy to be there already, right now. Okay, in 7 years already, I'm already experiencing people telling me, "Oh, your song is the reason I didn't commit suicide," and I'm not making that up. Your song is the reason I got married to somebody. I sent the song to a girl, and then she fell in love with me because the words were true. Like when people tell me, if I want to win so awards in the world, I'm like, yes, it'll be nice to have those, but for me, these are the real awards for me. Like this testimony is that my songs were your companion at some point. My songs are the reason you moved ahead with something. My song, and then my life, especially, is the reason that you didn't do a certain thing that you wanted to do, but you decided to try something new because I did it, and then it's working for you now. I want to be in a part of, a lot of people's lives where it's great stories about how I helped them, unknown to me, by just being me. So I want my music to have penetrated a lot of homes, right? I want my name to go out there and just be magic. Once you mention Adekunle Gold, you think best performer, best songwriter, you know, like an amazing human. Generally, I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling, but you get the
No,
gist,
no,
right?
I
I
totally
want to have
understand
gone
me.
ahead, just so I want my music to have done to 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 have healed people, to be there.
Top three people, and I know I'm putting you on the spot. Top three people you would like to work with. Go.
Bruno Mars, number one. you know, King Sunny Ade, yeah, and Asha.
Okay. Well, I hope hope that comes to fruition. I hope that comes true for
Yeah,
you, because
it
you've
will, it
left
will, it
well,
will.
I've no doubt from the way you're talking. I've no doubt in my mind.
Yeah,
Before I leave you, Africa Day, May 25th. Are you doing anything
see,
special?
I wish I could go out in my, you know, I'm tired of that word, but you get it. I wish I could go out like this, and but nothing. We can. There's not much option. You just have to be in the house and talk about it. Reflect on the journey, being African, and then bask in the joy of being African. Be enjoy and be proud of your dominance. Be proud of your golden black skin. Let's talk about it. Let's have a field day. Being African. Really, there should not be a day set aside for you to do all of these things. But but that day, because it's not bad to celebrate, especially. Let's go all out. Let's whatever we can do. Let's talk about it online. Let the world know it's time for Africa.
Adekunle Gold, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.
Good luck with the future,
Thank
and
you.
we'll be looking out for all new music coming soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bless up, bro.